literally have the keys to the Koenigsegg Jesko, my absolute dream car, and I'm in love with this thing. So guys, literally Koenigsegg Jesko is the absolute dream car for me currently, as this thing is ridiculous. Jesko naming right after Jesko von Koenigsegg's father. This thing is extremely special. There will be 125 total made, all sold out already within less than a week. All of these sold out, and this is the first Koenigsegg with a stick back in the middle again, as we have the CCX to the right of us with a manual transmission, which is extremely rare. This car is for sale currently at Manhattan Motor Cars, and right here it says 251 because this car hits 251 miles per hour, electronically controlled, and literally you have this nice boomerang spoiler, as people are calling it. It's something out of this world. They had to fit it exactly to the body. It couldn't come out any more for homologation rules. Extremely exquisite. I love this thing. I love the way it looks. Lighter carbon fiber wheels and tire lettering. This thing is just making its way all around the world currently, and this thing is beautiful in every way. First time in a Koenigsegg Jesko. Extremely loved. I love this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Jesus. I'm sitting in my one-of-one absolute dream car, the Koenigsegg Jesko. 1 out of 125 in the whole entire world. Amazing. First stick ever in a Koenigsegg, besides the CCX, which is a manual. Beautiful racing bucket harnesses straight from Sweden, as you can see, and this is car 251, completely ridiculous, with these Koenigsegg harnesses right here, all in carbon fiber too, and they connect right down, which is extremely beautiful. This awesome steering wheel right here with this awesome G-force gauge right there, and as you guys can see, it's all carbon fiber. This gauge turns with the car, so when you turn the steering wheel, it will turn with it. I can't demonstrate that here today with you guys, but this thing is absolutely ridiculous. The G-force gauge is ridiculous. The stick in the middle is ridiculous, as now with the light speed transmission, you could just completely shift down and get into the proper gear to rock it off against any car. Literally the spirit of performance with the Koenigsegg Jesko, and this surely is the spirit of performance, coming straight from Sweden, the Ghost Squadron. Literally, Jesko von Koenigsegg has created something even more insane than ever before. This is another mega car, as now Koenigsegg is stepping it up. They actually added more room in this car for the US market for taller people. New steering wheel, new everything, and let's go over it. I love that Koenigsegg had designed their own lights this year, which is extremely ridiculous. The US reflectors for homologation rules, but they're legally homologated lights from Koenigsegg themselves. They didn't go to any other company. They did their lights themselves, and they created their own transmission. It's a light speed transmission, and it's extremely light and extremely crazy, better than a dual clutch, as their light speed transmission has 7 clutches and 9 gears, which is way more advanced than any dual clutch transmission. Okay.
So we have a gearbox that's got 2 extra speeds compared to the older car, the Agera RS. We've got 2 more speeds, so it's got a 9-speed gearbox rather than a 7-speed gearbox. For each speed, we also have a clutch. So unlike a dual clutch gearbox where you have 2 clutches, that's 7 plus 1 for the differential. Okay. So you're able to skip gears. Okay. So you can go from like 9th gear to 5th gear in 1 gear change if you want to. Yeah. The gearbox also is much lighter, it's half the weight of a dual clutch gearbox. So that was the main reason why we had to develop our own gearbox, because there's no other gearbox that can take the torque of the engine, except for maybe the Bugatti gearbox. Yeah. Now the Bugatti gearbox, they're hardly likely to sell us the gearbox, plus it's huge. It's massive.
Yeah, because it's still a
dual clutch. It's a dual clutch. So it's
in which it's way way shorter.
It's tiny, it's just big. Whereas the Bugatti one's like that.
Yeah. And then yours is like...
So the engine and the gearbox on this car probably weigh about 20 kilos more than just the gearbox alone on that car. So that's how light everything is in this car. We've given the car, because we made the car a bit longer, when you make the car longer, it makes the car a little bit less stable, a little bit less nimble, more stable. So what we've done is we've added rear wheel steering,
which is perfect.
Yeah, so in the car now at low speeds, the wheels turn in the opposite direction to the front wheels, so making effectively shortening the wheelbase, making the car more nimble. At higher speed, they turn in the same direction as the front wheels, making the car more stable and effectively lengthening the wheelbase. So we're going to make two variants of this car. This is the ring version. It's geared towards track use, fully street legal, but geared towards track use. We're going to have a version called the 300 as well. That will have less aerodynamic downforce, slightly longer gear ratios, and that car will do 300 miles an hour. And we're going to build 125 in total across both variants, so total 125.
That's guys, literally brand new with the Koenigsegg Jesko. You have this 5-liter V8 twin turbo pushing out 1,600 horsepower on E85, and also this car is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Everyone says it looks ugly. There's literally the criticism everyone gives this car. They keep on saying it's ugly, it's ugly, it's ugly. Me, I believe that it's completely futuristic and it's beautiful in every way. I just love how the canards just go throughout the car. It's just beautiful. The architecture of this vehicle is just stunning and exquisite. So guys, I'm calling it a night here at the New York Auto Show. It was fun. Thank you Brian Miller, and thank you Manhattan Motor Cars, and thank you Viviana, Brian, and everyone else here at Manhattan Motor Cars. I'm leaving them in the description, of course, and I'll see you guys in the next video.